Zoe pointed out the warehouse that now had a van-shaped hole in the wall. That's Bert's one. Right, come on, we need to save Armitage. Father and daughter skirted around the outside edge towards the giant hole in the wall. They stepped inside and peered at the cavernous warehouse. The huge building appeared empty except for the thousands of rats. The poor creatures were all still piled up in cages, awaiting their grisly fate as fast food snacks. Bert was nowhere to be seen. He must still be at the flat with Zoe's wicked stepmother, waiting to trap Zoe when she came home. No doubt salivating at the thought of turning her into a burger, albeit a particularly large one. With trepidation, Zoe and Dad stepped inside, and Zoe showed her father the terrifying pulverisation machine. He goes up this ladder and drops the rats into this giant funnel, and the poor little things are rolled flat here before being formed into patties. Oh my word, said Dad. So it is true. What did I tell you? Replied Zoe. Which one of these poor blighters is Armitage? Asked Dad, gazing at the thousands of terrified rodents squashed high into the mountain of cages. I don't know, she said, scouring all the little frightened faces peeping out from the cages, which had been stacked on top of each other. Seeing them all there, squashed in together in a big tower of rats, made her think of the block she, Dad and Sheila lived in. Still, thought Zoe, the rats had it worse, what with getting minced up into burgers. Now, where is he? He's got a very cute little pink nose. Sorry, love, they all look the same to me, said Dad, desperately trying to spot one with a little pink nose. Armitage, Armitage, called Zoe. All the rats ate. Every single one of them wanted to escape. We'll just have to set them all free, said Zoe. Good plan, replied Dad. Right, you climb up on my shoulders and unlock the top one. Dad lifted his little girl up and she sat on his shoulders. She then held on to his head and he stood up slowly. Zoe started unwinding the pieces of metal wire that kept the cages locked. I say cages. They were really old, deep, fat fryers. How are you getting on? Said Dad. I'm trying, Dad. Nearly got the first one open. Good girl, called up Dad encouragingly. However, before Zoe could open the first cage, Bert's van, looking decidedly worse for wear, came thundering into the warehouse, smashing the huge metal sliding door into the air as it did so. Crash! Before screeching to a halt, Dad and Zoe were in big trouble. Now I've got you, wheezed Bert as he leapt down from the driving seat. Who's that with you, little girl? Dad looked up at his daughter nervously. No one, he said. It's me useless git of an husband, announced Sheila as she plopped down from the other side of the van. Sheila, said Dad aghast, what are you doing here? I didn't want to tell you, Dad, said Zoe, stepping down from her father's shoulders to the ground, but I heard him and Sheila being all lovey-dovey. No, said Dad. Sheila smiled smugly at the pair. Yeah, the little weasel's right. I'm going to run away with Bert in his van. The woman strutted over to the rat catcher and took his hand. We share a deep love of each other. And pulverising rats, added Bert. Oh yeah, we love to kill a rodent or two. And with that the pair shared a stomach-churning kiss. It was enough to make Zoe want to hurl. I fancied you more with the moustache though, Bert, said the stupendously thick woman. Will it grow back? You two are disgusting, shouted Dad. How could you enjoy killing those poor creatures? Ah, shut your face, you idiot, hollered Sheila. Those rats deserve to die, disgusting little things. Then she paused for a moment and looked at her stepdaughter. That's why I murdered your hamster. You killed Ginger Nut? Screamed Zoe, tears in her eyes. I knew it. You evil cow, shouted Dad. Sheila and Bert shared a sickening laugh united by cruelty. Yeah, I didn't want that dirty thing in me flat, so I mixed some rat poison in with his food. Added the repulsive woman. How could you do that? Shouted Dad. Ah, shut your face, it was only an hamster. I always hated it, replied Sheila. Rat poison. A nice lingering death, added Bert with a breathy laugh. They just taste a bit funny after. I'm going to stop there. And you must come back next week when we are going to finish the story. And we are going to finally find out what happens to Zoe and her dad, how they get out of this mess that they're in, whether they find Armitage, and what will happen to the awful, disgusting Sheila and Bert. Oh my goodness, it's getting so exciting, isn't it? I'm absolutely loving this book. I hope you are too. And I think next week we're going to finally find out what happens to everybody. Well, we hope you have a nice week, Rusty and I. Hope you manage to have some fun times and keep busy and get out and do lots of walking and maybe bike riding and whatever it is you like to do. So we're going to snuggle up now and probably enjoy some more reading. And we will see you again next week for the final episodes of Ratburger. Take care of yourselves. See you next week. Bye bye.